Coach, it's always nice to win the first one.
Oh, my gosh, yes. Yes. Definitely very good. I mean, give a lot of credit to Lake Erie. I mean, they came out ready to play hard, play tough. They're going to be real tough in their conference.
Coach, I know there's things that you like today and you things that we didn't like, but one of the things that's going to be consistent throughout the years, this team is really young. They're going to make mistakes, and you're going to teach them how not to make them.
I know. I think at halftime we had like 4 turnovers, which is pretty good for a young team, but people are cutting to the basket wide open. I said, well, might as well take a chance. We haven't turned the ball over yet, and I think we attacked the inside a lot better in the second half. So I'm proud of them for that, responding.
So let's take them one by one. Sydney Lusher, 20 points, 4 of 6 from long range. I mean, dynamic. We've got a bunch of dynamic players who would appear as young freshmen.
Yeah, Sydney is everything that everybody's talked about, and she gets me. She's got a great feel for the game. She understands the game plan, being able to just score inside, outside, and control the tempo. And she's got to play various spots on our defense right now. She's at the top, she's on the wing, she's on the bottom. So she's kind of just doing it all and taking it in stride.
Yeah, I got to mention the cousin combination of Baker and Good. They have a feel for each other. You have Good inbounding the basketball, smallest player on the floor, and she seems to find LaToya more often than not, and an open LaToya or not. How is that connection working so easily for you on those post-entry passes?
I don't know if that's cousin connection or I just pulled a Gina Costelli, because we used to have Michaela take the ball out, one of the best ball handlers to come through Moyne, and it was tough to trap her in that instance. So Kaya's a good passer, and she can get it where it needs to go, and then we can get it back to her, and she can do her thing and wiggle her way through a press.
I talked to Joanna in the Coach's Corner pregame about what do you take away from seeing that Colgate goes to Syracuse and they're out of the game in the middle of the first quarter, and you stuck with them for 40 minutes. I mean, says something about your team right now that you took Syracuse to the limit, and they apparently are going to be better than advertised.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing with Syracuse is you got to score. So I mean, we were lucky enough to hit 11 threes, and we were 6 for 22 today. So that's why we stuck with them. You just followed the game plan, and that was a little bit frustrating for me personally as far as Lake Erie. With a new coach, a lot of new players, and not having that game prep. But we did what we needed to do offensively. I mean, we scored 81 points, and I think with a little bit better defensive prep on my part, they don't get 67 points.
So a quick turnaround here. Interesting game against a post-university team on the rise and looking to win the CACC North, an extra C in there. Quick finish to this one. You get to the next one. What are your thoughts going into Sunday?
I mean, I feel like everybody's playing 2 games this weekend, so we're not in any boat that's any different. But I think we'll learn from this game. We'll watch film on what we did this game, and then we'll watch what Post has been doing. I think they're playing Adelphi tonight, and then we'll just have to adjust. Quick turnaround, quick practice, and we just got to be ready to go.
Coach, thanks so much, and we'll see you down the road, and I'll be in Albany this weekend. So
that's right, fins up.
Sorry I'm going to miss the game on Sunday.
Sorry, Tim, I'll cover for you. I got your back.
I appreciate that. It's Mary Grimes, the victorious coach. Post leading at Delphi right now at the half, 28-23. So we'll see how that plays out. Hayden Roberts, I said in the pregame show and during the game, they were going to say a lot of that this year. Hayden Roberts with a new career high. And that's a heck of a performance today. Let me make sure I have the numbers. I have all these sheets here. The final totals were 19 points, 14 rebounds. But what I liked is your confidence level, catching the basketball and just taking it right to the rack, not worrying about anybody behind you.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to be out there. Going into a second year out here, not being the rookie anymore, definitely have a lot more confidence out there. And I think just working on my game in the off season definitely helps a lot too. Just being able to be more comfortable out there, be confident in my game, and what I can do out there for the team.
So last year amongst the trees, and the game is slowed down, and not that your point guards weren't moving at a rapid pace, but the game was certainly much more likely to play in the 60s or high 50s. This year, is it hard for you being a lot of times the only forward on the floor at how fast the pace is going?
Yeah, I mean, I love how fast we play. I mean, our guards push the ball up and stuff, and I think it kind of wears the other teams out a little bit. And so us being in shape and being able to push the ball, and me being able to just kind of keep up with our guards a little bit definitely helps. And I think our pace of play definitely is what helps us get open shots and good looks.
Well, with the added playing time comes added expectations. I'm sure Coach told you the same thing she told me. She doesn't see any reason that Hayden Roberts can't be a double-double every night. I know you don't want to put a lot of pressure on yourself, but there are going to be opportunities for you to play and finish, as exemplified tonight by how open you were underneath by just staying patient and letting the guards do their job.
Yeah, I mean, pressure makes diamonds, so I'm here for it. So I love it.
And you know what, Tim? I heard her say before the game, triple doubles. So
Yeah,
you never know.
Maybe get some assists in there. I don't know.
Well, you had a real nice one
talk
early
about
on from
that
the top
pass.
of the key to your point guard.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about juxtaposition. But as this game went on, it looked like the team got a little bit more comfortable in the second half offensively. Maybe like Area started to get a little bit tired. Looked like there was a little more flow on the offense, and that was a beautiful pass down low.
Yeah, definitely. I think the second half we got a little bit more comfortable, just kind of fell into our own a little bit. I think definitely a home opener. You have high expectations for what you want to do, and you want to please, all of our fans out here. So I think it just took us a little bit to kind of relax, settle in, and know and do what we want to do, play how we want to play.
7 different players with an assist tonight. It seems like early watching you guys have more fun passing the basketball to somebody that gets a layup than you do actually making the layup.
Yeah, I think our team definitely always looks for the open player first before they look for their own shot. And sometimes that can be good, sometimes it can be bad, but I think all of us are really enjoying sharing the ball with each other. And we love seeing each other score. We love seeing each other succeed. And I think that's what's going to make us really successful this year.
So not as big of a team this year as last year. There's not a lot of size behind you on the bench to help you out. Has that changed at all your outlook or your concentration to try to stay out of foul trouble? How important is that?
Yeah, definitely. I think not having the size that we have this year, you just kind of take into consideration what you have to do to stay out onto the court and stay on the court to keep that size out there, because if I get into foul trouble and some of our other bigs do, we don't have the size that we did last year. So I think definitely just keeping in mind and staying focused and doing what I need to do.
There was a play late in the game where Kayla Clark got a ball deep on an inbounds pass right under the basket. Moyne had a double-digit lead. You just let her have the basket. Like, such a smart play. That's less important than what happens if you pick up another foul.
Absolutely.
Now, hopefully at that point it wouldn't have made a difference, but sometimes you have to lose the battle to win the war.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. I mean, I have to play smart out there. I mean, going in with 4 fouls in the last 2 minutes of the game, I kind of got to make a decision of, do I foul, do I let them have the basket, or what I need to do. So I think just keeping that in mind and definitely staying focused at the very end is crucial.
We're talking with our Wegman star of the game on the Wegmans postgame show, Hayden Roberts, who had a double-double, first career of for Roberts, the sophomore out of Holland Patton, New York, had 19 points and 14 rebounds, they both career highs. Another player who had a couple career highs early last season was Emma Brinker. Now, you got to play behind the bigs last year for Moyne, but how much of seeing Emma, who didn't get a lot of time her first couple of years, be a breakout superstar last season for the Dolphins, have you been able to kind of say, hey, I get the opportunity, I can do the same thing she did last year?
Yeah, I think definitely just kind of being behind her and watching her these past 2 years, I was able to just kind of sit back, watch, and just kind of take in everything that she did. And now being the biggest girl on the team, standing at 6'1", I think I've definitely taken that role of being the bigger forward on the team and trying to be that rebounder, that scorer, that leader for the team, and just doing what I need to do to help my team win.
And despite not a smile here in the postgame show, you look like you were having a heck of a good time.
Oh, it was great. We were definitely having a lot of fun out there. I think that's one of the most important parts, and I think that's what helps us win a lot, is just to remember to take a deep breath and smile sometimes.
Biggest smile of the game had to be the bank shot 3 by Sydney Lusher.
Oh, definitely. I think everyone in the stadium,
the look on her
I think everyone in
face.
the gym was smiling.
So 4 assists today, second most, not the career high of 5 that you had last season.
I'll do that next game.
But you'll get to that at a later point. Hayden Roberts, our Wegman star of the game. Thanks for giving us a couple of minutes.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
We're going to take a short break. The Dolphins victorious in game number 1 of the season, 81-67 over Lake Erie. Back in a splash with more Dolphin basketball on the Moyne College Radio Network.